Hello YouTubers, this is Marty. I have another video on my AN/MRR-2 XN-1 radio set. As you can see, I don't know if you can make it out, but there it is. It's stamped in there, serial number 1. I wanted to give you a close-up of the front, which I wasn't able to do in the other video. This is a megacycle tuning dial. It goes for the different ranges or whatever you're tuning into in megacycles. This up here I wasn't able to show in the last video, but actually it's a screen that lights up and shows the frequency range that you're tuning to. And my frequency range, I don't know if I mentioned it in the other video, but as you can see, it goes from 2.5 all the way up to 8.0 megahertz, which is 8,000 kilohertz. So we would go from 250 kilohertz, which is on the low wave band, all the way up to 8.000, which would be 8,000 kilohertz, and that's the frequency range. So we'll go from 250 kilocycles all the way up to 8,000 kilocycles on the AM band. It also has a reception control, which you can go to the different ranges. You can go to A-1 broad or A-1 sharp, all these different ranges, A2, A3 sharp, A3 broad. Fisk, I think that's a frequency for SSB, and quite frankly, I know that the Navy used that. But for ham operators, when I want to pick them up, I always go to A2 because then I can switch on my BFO and I get somewhat of a filtering of RF noise. If I'm wrong, somebody can tell me. I can take criticism. This also has a separate gain control. This is your power control, antenna compensator. This frequency vernier here, that's for your SSB, upper and lower side, not SSB, upper and lower side band. So SSB is Social Security. Oh no, I'm right. All right, SSB. Anyways, this here is normal and low. That's for the tuning meters, high and low. Wow, that's for this. And this is for the decimals for the audio output. And here you can have for your headphones, it's got an extra output adjustment. So I guess what that's for, and somebody else can tell me more about that too if they want to. I'm gathering that this is the level. This is what I found. And, this was just the audio going to the headphones. I don't know if it'll work on the speaker. I never had a speaker connected to it. I always used the speaker in the headphone jack. I have a resistor on the back of this radio to protect the output. And from what I understand, they don't have that much of a audio output quality to begin with. And then this is your output. So I guess when you have your headphones on, you can adjust the level that you want. And then if you happen to turn this all the way up, you don't blow your ears out, I suppose. I'm going to pause this video. I'm going to flip it over to the bottom and show you what the bottom looks like. This is the bottom part of the receiver. And of course everything is module. This is the IF module. This is the antenna module, oscillator mixer. And this here that I have uncovered is the RF module. And then here's the power supply. It's full wave rectification. There's 2 rectifier tubes here. I think they're 6X4s. And I didn't pull this one out. I guess maybe you'll tell me down here what it is. It's a 1HT4, I believe, tube. I think that this is actually some kind of a... Let me pause here for a minute. Yeah, just as I thought. It is a ballast tube, just like your R390As have in some of your other military sets. It's a ballast tube, and I we gather that if that ever goes out and try to find another tube like this, I don't know, usually these tubes are expensive if somebody can tell me otherwise. But that is your ballast tube. I'm going to pause this again. I think it's a 1/8. What did I say that was? Yeah, a 1/8 T4. I think that ballast tube, I guess, is supposed to keep, and in the R390, they have a ballast tube that's used to keep the oscillator circuit filaments at, I think, at a constant amperage or voltage rate. But anyhow, this unit has this cover. This is the RF unit right here. This is the RF module. And this is the cover for it. Actually, it'll go this way, like that. But what's really neat about this radio is that other than these tubes that you've seen here, they're all pencil type tubes, pencil style tubes. Now here's the problem with this radio. As you all well know, that module receivers are great to work on. I mean, they're really great and they're fine. But if you want to replace a tube, these pencil tubes are, I guess you can buy them. I don't know, but to me it seems like they wouldn't be quite so common and so easy to get. But that's what they look like. That is what they call a pencil tube. And I'm going to put that back in its spot here. And go ahead and pause this for a minute. Now, that's what it looks like in place. And of course, I'm going to put the cover back and then I'll flip the unit over and show you the other side. Okay, now this is the upper part, the top side of the receiver. And this part here is part of your change selection, frequency selection, or not your frequency selection, I'm sorry. This is what switches for all your different modes of reception for lower, upper side band, and all that sharpness and all that stuff. That's what the top part's for. I'm not going to go into details about all the tubes, or what they are. I read an article, a book that Nick England told me about. I downloaded a manual. It was for a 21 RCA radio receiver. I think it's what they call the SSR radio receivers. This is the power supply. And I showed you the bottom of part of that power supply. But at any rate, the nice thing about these receivers is that everything is clearly marked. And I don't claim to be an expert. I look at the manual, and from the manual I can repair my radios. I can't sit here like some of the scholars and tell you everything that you could possibly know. I do know that my friend Nick England told me that because this was painted blue, that it was intended for the Marine Corps. Like I said, it's supposed to be similar to the 21 receiver, the SSR, from the SSR series. It had the same frequency range. This looks similar to this. This is just a very rare receiver. And I think maybe, I don't know what these springs are for. I can never make out a sense of what they are, but it looks like there was a tool holder here. But of course, they're not in the receiver. And the back part of it, the unit that it plugs into, has all your filters and everything else, and your main plug right there in the back is what the unit plugs into. And at any rate, hey, that's what it looks like on the inside of the radio receiver. And yeah, I'll get off my crutch about how bad I am at doing videos, but I just not very intelligent. I went through special education about getting too personal. It's just a hobby that I have, and I have a bunch of radio books and stuff I downloaded off the internet. I use them as my guide. I really believe that if people take time to read the books that are put on the internet, and with a little bit of discretion and a little bit of common sense, you'll be able to fix radios too. I thought maybe I can get down here, get a video showing, or I'm getting a close-up of the readout. What this is here is it's plastic, I believe, and that's where all your frequencies are. And there's a light that shines through that, and I would gather, I believe, in one of the manuals it explains that it's like a mirror, and it projects the image of what's on this disc on the front of the screen here. Front of the screen here. So, my sinuses are causing me problems, and I hope that you enjoy this video. If not anything, you can laugh about a lot of stuff I said. Who knows? One of these days, I would like to do some really good professional type videos. At least appear like I know what I'm talking about. I do know a lot of things. I just sometimes get nervous when I put a video up. But if I get results and people say, hey, it sucks, or whatever it may be, then I have a better idea of what I could do the next time. So have a laugh, or if you enjoy this video, looking at a very rare receiver, if you've got any compliments, you can let me know at the bottom of the whatever on YouTube. Yeah, here's the mirror. And oh, well, yeah, that's the mirror, and I guess that shows and projects the magnification through this disc here, going to the screen. I should read up on that. You all can look it up on the internet. But it's an interesting set. So forgive me for anything I've done wrong as far as the video is concerned. If you don't like it and it really sucks, let me know. I'll take it down off of YouTube. And good luck, guys. Talk to you later. Enjoy the video.